So for those of you who think I'm joking, that's my house. There's the locomotive yard. It's the maintenance shack and the sidelines where they stick locomotives. They usually have about 3-4 locomotives sitting on the side. There's a big fuel tank up there on the left. Might be able to show you that. This is one of the little runabouts. They use these up and down the yard. The brakemen, you always see them screaming along. As soon as you see one of these coming up the line, you know there's a locomotive not far behind them usually. I don't know why he stopped it here. Probably it broke down. All right, dog, relax, would you? I'm trying to film here. He's like, yeah, film, I gotta poop. Need a chair? Anyone? There's a random chair here out next to the railroad tracks. This is the creek that runs under the spur line here. That's the milk plant up where the scrap pile is. You sometimes see people camping down here. Not often though. There's a big vacant lot over here and a big vacant lot in here, but I hardly ever see any people in here. This creek runs right through the switch yard. So there's the milk plant and the scrap pile. And you can see this is kind of a lay down yard where they bring material, rails and stuff in. And parking, of course, for the maintenance shop. I don't know what the story is with those old cars. They've been here forever. This switch yard actually makes a T, and they're sitting kind of across the top of the T for the tracks, and one arm of the T goes that way, and this spur leads back to the main line, and they used to bring the Amtrak trains, back them up across this bridge so that they could run them over that way and turn them around. But ever since the pandemic, they stopped running the Amtrak, which is good because they used to show up here at like 9:30 at night, 9:45, and they're loud and fast coming in and out of town. So, and nobody I know uses those things around here. Right, like I'm not against passenger trains. It would be better than cars in some ways. If it was, you know, they run one train a day. You can go from here to New York City and wherever you feel. Like if I wanted to go see my friends in Boston and take the train and not drive, you end up at North Station, then I gotta take 2 other trains to get out to where they are, and it doesn't go at any time. But that's not even the real problem. You could deal with that, right, for an occasional trip. But like say I wanted to work in Burlington. Burlington's only 30 miles away. You can't get there by train. There's a train that goes right there, but there's no passenger service. Certainly not at any convenient times. So what good is that? See, cars won. That's what happened. Trains are a good choice, but in the 50s, the cars won the battle. And once you make the choice, you know, everybody's all in. It's not like Europe where space is limited. We got tons of room. We can leave old trains laying around and still have tons of cars. Plenty of freeways. All kinds of development. It's great. So in case you haven't guessed, we're kind of sneaking up on the trains here. I'm not really supposed to be in here. But they leave these locomotives running 24/7. For the most part. That one's shut down over there. Love these wheels, check this out. It's like spare rolling stock. They've been here for a while. They got more of them up there. I can hear some kind of welding and machining going on inside the building there. Who knows what they're doing? Yeah, I hear an air tool. I don't see any engineers. I'll probably get away with going this way a little bit. Nobody really says anything to you as long as you're clearly not causing trouble. Sorry if it's a little bouncy, I'm walking with the dog. The dog. And here's that fuel tank, see? You'd think they'd put a train in there. It's always full of ice and snow every time I come around this way. I mean, they're supposed to have a reservoir in case the tank leaks. But I'm surprised they don't have a drain there to just get rid of the standing water. It's kind of messed up. Sewer. Right? What's that all about? And I think this is sand. Alright, see, now we're on top of the creek. This is that bridge. Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't realize you were working. And, yeah, you can see it's kind of, they got a, I don't know if you can see that through all the trees. There's like a rotten steel retaining culvert. Little cattle guard here for a railing. Handy. Keep these guys in their yayos from going off into the water. And so see, we're coming all the way back around now. There's the back of the maple plant, which isn't the maple plant anymore. It's for rent. Anybody wants to rent a commercial building for lease or sale. Comes with all kinds of stuff. Actually, he's been cleaning up in the backyard. I wonder if we can get through from over here. Let's take a walk over and we'll see if we can get back into the yard, his yard that way. You can, but it's awful bushy. Hang on. So we try the log bridge over the culvert. Nay, I say, nay. Oh of you people just waiting to see me kill myself. Alright, so yeah, you can get through here, I think. This is the back of Maple, or ex-Maple. It's all raspberry bushes, man. Things I do. But see, he's got his own siding. It's out of repair now. Like, you'd have to put some money into it to be able to use it, but anyway. I don't know, dog, what do you think? You going? Alright, no little dogs were harmed in the crossing of this railroad siding. Ugh. It is awful bushy though. Come on, buddy. Whatever it is you're eating or stuck in. Are you stuck? Here, your face. Get your face out. Come on. They cleaned a lot of stuff up in here. They got rid of all that. They were giving away all that stuff that was back here on pallets, all the paint and stuff. And he had a guy in here with a tractor kind of pushing things around and cleaning up, doing landscaping. Oh, sheets. Be good on a shed. But yeah, see, came back in here. There's those heat exchangers, pulled them out. I guess they belong to Maple. I did see that guy Jeff again, and he said if anybody was interested in buying them, let him know. I told him I had put it on the video. Gotta come get those stairs. See, there's still C-channel over there that Jeff said I could have, but at this point I'm really not comfortable coming back in here and taking any more stuff out, especially since he's done so much work to clean up back here. You can really get in here now. So you can tell he's like, he thinks this stuff is valuable still. So we'll leave him to it. All the sap tanks are still for sale. I saw one guy come by, look at the one that was out front, try and take a fitting off, one of the sand fittings. He couldn't figure out how to get it off. And then he saw me watching him, so he left. That's the only activity I've seen, aside from them cleaning it up. That, my friends, is either a very big mouse or kind of a small rat. Interesting. It's awesome. Kind of like it. It's got that post-apocalyptic feel we like in all of our stuff. He was spinning it around in circles. Couldn't quite figure it out. But it's one of those, you undo that and then this swings up, the whole thing comes off. This is actually a plate. I got a couple of those in the shop. Wow, you can't really, like this camera, the field of view is, you set it up on the tripod, you get a great field of view, it covers everything, and then you hit record and it looks like it zooms in. It's crazy. Anyway, where are we at? So let me just show you this. This is something I made a while ago, but it's another piece of maple. It was a little split of maple that I pulled off one day and a screwdriver, and it's now my center marking tool, my hole marking tool. Mallet. I love the way the grain came out on that. Look at that. Looks like a map. And there's the handle. I mean, basically, I kind of went crazy with the axe. I split up some wood because I had just made the axe. And there you go. I think that came out pretty nice. Thought about carving something on it, but I like the grain the way it is. And we'll see if it splits. I have a feeling it's going to split. But the other one, that's what I said about the maple, is that even, it seems to be indestructible. Because this is the old mallet, and you can see I made a new one because, like, look at the splits, the checks. That one's almost through. But I just keep whapping and chiseling with it, and it seems to be still working. That's made from an entire log as well. Eventually it'll come apart, I think. But I think this one I used glue on the head. So who knows? And this one there's no glue. I was thought about putting a pin in, take a piece of this mahogany dowel and make an offset pin. I might still do that just for looks. But that's all it needs. The head's wedged onto the handle. And then let's see if I can put this together on camera and have it look decent. So here's the wedge, and there's the block. And again, like I said, there's 12 dozen videos about how to do this. Rex Kruger is one I watched. That was a pretty good one. That's a newer guy. But Paula Sellers is the master of all these things. He's got a 2-hour video on marking gauges. There's no point in me rehashing that. Where's the thing now? There it is. I'm trying to get it in focus and see at the same time. And then this just slides in there. And there's the gauge. And this is the lock. So you just press it, and it's locked. And you unlock it, and now it slides. Pretty cool, huh? I've wanted one of these forever. So I just finally broke down and made one out of scrap and stuff that was left over. And I think it looks pretty good with the mahogany beam and pin and the maple block. I don't think I'm going to finish it and like put any stain or anything on it. Might put some clear coat on it at some point, but the beam has to be able to slide. So I'm kind of happy with it, just taking up the oil from my hands and keep the contrast, So there's that. And then the other thing I made this week is a handle for my foxtail. We call these foxtails in the Navy. I don't know what you guys call them. Whisk broom. But I guess this head was off of some broom with a handle. I don't know. I bought a bunch of stuff at Resource. That's why half this stuff has Resource stickers on it. I cleaned out a whole room for like $20, and this was just one of the things in one of the buckets. But it's a great shop sweep. But it needed a handle, and I had, this is when I cut off the curve for the belly of the axe handle. This piece was left over. So I just fit it together. A little stainless castle nut. Done. That's the kind of stuff I like to do when I'm sitting around in the shop, wondering what to do. Well, what should I do with myself? Because these are like standard, a lot of these are standard shop projects. There's a bunch related to the table saw that you can do just to make you the tools that you're supposed to have for the table saw. Pushers and fences and things like that. Miter box. And when I took shop class as a kid, I think one of the things we made was a pusher for the table saw. It's a pretty super standard one. A little metal toolbox was one, a little wooden toolbox in the wood shop class. We did a little blacksmithing. They don't teach kids that stuff in junior high school anymore, as far as I can tell. But, yeah. Idle day shop projects. That's what this week has mostly been about, idle day shop projects. I made some charcoal. It's been raining off and on. So, it's not really a good time to get out there and forge. It's fall in New England. Came back with a vengeance as soon as the heat wave from the summer storms went by. Went back to being 41 and drizzly. So we'll get out there and do some forging soon. But I think I'm going to work on some inside projects for a little bit. And ideally, like I said, I would like to get a gas forge set up inside here. But it's probably not going to happen for a little bit. But the big one is this lathe. I really want to get this lathe running. So that's probably going to be one of the next things we tackle. It shouldn't be too bad. It needs a few things. Motor needs to be rewired, obviously, with a switch. I have all the belts, but I might need to make a new belt, which would be interesting. I have the leather, and I just have to salvage the pins and stuff, see if I can redo one. And then it's just tooling. Tailstock. That tailstock, for some, I took it apart because it's supposed to dial in and out, I think, but it doesn't. And it's a dead center, so I have to do something about that. Maybe set it up. I have a little 3-jaw chuck from a drill I could probably make fit. So maybe we'll add that. Do something about those chucks. See if we can get both of them mountable instead of just the 4-jaw. Be nice to have the 3-jaw. 3-jaw's fast, and for little jobs, it's super quick. It's much better than a 4-jaw. 4-jaw is kind of a pain for little jobs, but it's doable, obviously. So yeah, bunch of stuff to do. Blow the dust out of here is probably next on the list. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me this week. I mean, I got some little projects done. You get to tour around the neighborhood. We made some charcoal. And we got stuff going on. We'll do more stuff next week. But I think that's going to be it for now. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you don't want to see more of. Hit me up. Drop some comments down there in the thing. Hit me a like, subscribe, bell, button, zing-zangs, all that stuff. Do all the things. All right? See you next time. Thanks for watching.
Forge20. Da-na-na!
In case you're interested in some sap tanks, you might be. $2,000. It's less than $1 a gallon. Sounds like a bagging. Yeah, there you go. If you're interested in renting or leasing a building and starting a business and giving me a job, call the number. I'm sure old Norman will be happy to hear from you.